everyone! I know, it's been a while, but I'm back. And today we're going to rank every single weapon in Hypixelskyblock. There are a lot of new weapons in the game since I've came back, so I can't wait to show you guys what I got in store. I'm planning on uploading at least between 1 to 2 times a week, so make sure to subscribe. Now, enjoy the video. Before we start, I just want to set a few ground rules. Vanilla weapons like the diamond sword and a regular bow I'm not going to rank because, no, they are not really worth making, and you know, an undead sword for 100 coins is just way more worth getting. This tier list will be partly based on my own opinion, but mostly on what is actually good, so that the video is actually worth watching. So you don't have to sit through 15 minutes of me just giving my own opinion on weapons, which can actually be good in the game. Hello everybody, welcome to the tier list. Okay. Originally I wanted to make a tier list in game where I put like the swords and the whatever the fuck on the board with the item frames, but that didn't really work out. And I found this website which has a lot of cool textures, but also has every single sword or weapon in the game here, which I can rank instantly. And we're just gonna start from here all the way to the bottom. I think that's probably the best part, because otherwise I have to pick them specifically, which I'm not really fan of. So we're just gonna start at the Adaptive Blade. It's a pretty strong weapon, I would say. Adaptive Blade, it's a strong weapon for early game. I remember using this when Dungeons came out. I think a Adaptive Blade for early game is pretty strong. I'm gonna put it B tier, because I mean it's not A. I don't think that's really good. But I think it can be pretty strong because it has specific abilities for every single class. And it's just, you know, it's just pretty good. Alright, artisanal short bow. It's literally just a short bow. The first one you can get. It's not good. Don't get this. You're way better getting like a Runan's bow or something like that. It's just not good, okay? I don't even go for this. It's just not strong. I mean, yes, it shoots fast because you only have to click, but it's just not good. Don't get it. Next up, we got the Aspect of the Dragons. The ability has been reworked since it came out, so you can spam the ability now without having a cooldown of like 4 hours, which is good. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think it's pretty good and also pretty strong in dungeons when you dungeonize it. No, but it's a pretty good weapon for early game as well. It's not that expensive actually, yeah, I think dungeonized is actually pretty strong. Alright, the next one, we have the Aspect of the End. I don't think I have to say anything about this sword. This is S plus 100%. I think we can put the warped one as well. I think they have the warped one here as well somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Look, the warped Aspect of the End. If we go back up, it's just literally the same sword, and then the Aspect of the Void. Where is it? We'll find it later. But yeah, these two. The Aspect of the End is just a better sword. Not really because the Aspect of the End itself is strong, but the ability is just overpowered. Basically everybody uses it nowadays. And the warp stone you can put on it, the reforge, makes it actually pretty decent. So it's also pretty good for damage. I wouldn't recommend using it for damage because there's just way better options. Aspect of the Journey. Okay, so originally I put this in F tier because it's a joke weapon, it does 1 damage. But I heard if you max this, it actually can be pretty decent. Of course, I'm not expecting you to max the Aspect of the Jerry, because who would do that? I know there's people out there that did it, but I don't know why you would do that. Anyways, Aspect of the Jerry. I think I'm gonna put this in C tier when you have it actually maxed out. So with the singularity and everything. Pretty decent. Pretty sword, I guess, but it's kind of overrated. I don't know. But the Jerry pet's probably good, but I wouldn't use it. There's way better options. Next, Aspect of the Void. Like I said, there's no doubting this weapon is just too good. Evil warp on this thing and you're literally set to go. You can teleport like, I think it's like 60 blocks, I think. I'm not sure, maybe 40, I don't know. But you can go really far with this one. And it's just really good. Put a sapphire scroll on it and you're set. Alright, I see Astrea over here, which is a wither blade. I didn't test all the blades myself, every single one. I did own every single one. Not at the same time, okay? I'm not that rich, but I used to own Astrea, I used to own Scylla, I used to Hyperion, you know, etc, etc. Yeah, it's good because you can still heal with it. You can still teleport and do like massive amounts of damage. I would say it's not S+. because there are better Necron plays out there. I think it's good. Don't get me wrong. For tank, it's probably pretty good. But yeah, it's Hyperion. Like I've never seen a weapon like more overpowered than the Necron blades, like with full each scrolled. Like it's crazy. It's crazy strong. Atom Split. Yeah, it's Enderman Slayer specific weapon, so it's only good for Enderman. I'm gonna put it at A tier because look, Enderman Slayer nowadays people just hype it. You know, people just right click spam the boss. But the Atom Split is definitely for meleeing the best probably. I wouldn't say it's S tier, solely because it's just a Enderman sword, but yeah, it's pretty strong. It gives you a lot of frosty and it's all around a good sword. Aurora Staff is you can only use it with Aurora Armor, I believe. I have seen people use it for Enderman, for Zealots, so for the early game. It's not that expensive actually. I think it's like 1 million coins actually. And it's a pretty good magic damage weapon. So if you're planning on playing like a lot of mage, or just, you know, in like everywhere, so not only in dungeons, it's pretty strong for E-man. I would say like a solid B tier. Maybe if you combine it with Aurora Armor, it might be a little bit higher, but I've seen people use it on Zealots and it does a lot of damage. So definitely get this if you're trying to kill Zealots. Next up we got Edge of the Shredded. I don't think I have to say anything. This weapon is just overpowered. Everyone remembers when you can put this thing on dragons when you do like a massive amount of ghost damage. The best weapon for Zombie Slayer, and it's just really good. The throwing ability is good. It costs a lot of mana, I agree, but it's just like this weapon. It's just really good. Actually, I'm gonna put it in S tier because it's mostly used for only Zombie Slayer. I think it's just good. I think it's really strong. I don't see people using it that often anymore in dungeons. People like Berserkers used to use it in dungeons, but I don't see them often anymore. Blade of the Volcano. I think this is just... No. I think this is a sword that you get from mobs in the Crimson Isle. You just get some Crimson Essence out of this and you're all set. Bone Meringue. Okay, so... Unpopular opinion. I would say Bone Meringue would be better than Artisanal. I have not seen many people use this nowadays. I used to use this a lot for golems. I made a video on it actually. It's like one of my first videos I actually put on Skyblock. Was like a Bone Meringue kind of montage for golems. I'll put it in D tier. It's not the worst, like it's not F tier, but it's definitely not worth using. There's definitely better bows out there. Bonzo Staff. I would say this Bonzo Staff probably A tier. Because like the damage is not that good, I would say. I think there's definitely better potential or better items to use. There are definitely better items to use than the Bonzo Staff. But as for movement, it's really good in dungeons. Like you can hop over the platforms in the 4-7 boss room. In the terminals you can move fast. You know, it's just a good weapon, I would say. For damage, I wouldn't use it, but like solely for movement, this is good. Up next, we got the Celeste Wand, whatever you want to call it. It's a pretty early game mage weapon. Same as like the Aurora Staff. It's really early game. You can buy it in the hub for like a few coins, I think. And it's just really early game. I want to put it next to the Bone Meringue because it's good for early game. Not because these weapons are even similar to be like close to getting being similar. Like Bone Meringue is way later game than this thing. But I think you can get way more use out of this than the Bone Meringue, because this is just much more expensive, and this one is just actually pretty good for early game. I think I'm gonna put it on C tier. It's kind of like the Aurora Staff but worse. And I would say it's pretty decent. The Cleaver. Okay, so the Cleaver, like the Giant Cleaver and stuff you get, and the Hyper Cleaver you get from the NPC in the Dungeon Hub. Alright, Editing Storm here. So basically the Cleaver that I mentioned here, you can actually craft at the Gold Collection 2. And it's not a weapon you can only get in dungeons. There is a set of 3 cleavers you can get in the Dungeon Hub. You can buy them. But this one is completely separate from the full set you can get at the Dungeon Hub. And I will re-rank the whole set when part 2 comes out. Conjuring. Conjuring is a sword you get in dungeons, which gives you a ability based on your class, I believe. Don't flame me in the comments if I'm wrong, please. Don't flame me. But I think people use this as a kind of a budget super boo. You can right click, I believe, and you get like a homing sheep. I don't know, I'm not sure. It's just not that good. Don't use this. Just get your super boom or your infinite boom. Just get it, okay? Wither Lord sword. What the fuck is that? Okay, so I believe this is also a drop you get in dungeons. All right, editing storm again. The Crypt Wither Lord sword you cannot actually get. It's a unobtainable sword, and there's actually not much to say about it because it's unobtainable. It used to be believed to be an upgrade from the Crypt Dreadlord sword, but it's not really the game, so nothing to say about this one. Let's get on. Daedalus Axe, strong, good to use for Slayer's magic find. I wouldn't say S tier because it's not that does not that much damage. They did update it, so you can actually upgrade it now with a special ability for when you get more magic find or more stats when you have a higher collection or higher bestiary in Diana, like the mythological event. But still, it does not that much damage, and it's just like more like an event weapon or something you swap to get more magic find. Dark Claymore. I'm gonna put this in S tier. It's just like probably the strongest sword in the game. And now that the Midas sword can be upgraded, it's the Midas sword. The Dark Claymore has been at the top for a while. Put Chimera 5 on this thing and you're basically finished. This sword does so much damage. It's a long sword too. This just does a lot of damage. It's better than it's just like a better giant sword, I would say. A much better giant sword. Death Bow. It's a strong bow. It does damage. But it's just not that good. There's definitely better bows out there. You can definitely get this. It's kind of like the giant cleaver or the cleaver set. It's just something you get, you use for like some time, and then you upgrade it eventually later. And it's just kind of decent. Death Ripper, Crystal Dagger, whatever. Oh, the Death Ripper Dagger. Okay, this is a weapon for Blaze Slayer. It's strong. It's good. It's probably. I think this is the best. What's called the highest one. Kindle Bane is probably the what's it called, the other one. These are the swords you get for the Blaze Slayer. Same as the actual Shredded. These are just only for Blaze Slayer, and same for the Atom Split. They're not going to be on S tier because you only use these for Blaze Slayer. There's no way you use these for anything else. But they are really strong for Blaze Slayer, and that's what makes them in A tier. But yeah, these are just player specific weapons, nothing more, nothing less. Dragon Short Bow, don't use this. I don't see people use it often. I would just get like a Juju Bow, way stronger, way better. Dreadlord Sword as well. A drop in dungeons, not that good. Same goes for Earth Shard, not that good. Both of them, you get them in dungeons from drops. They're not that strong. Don't use these, okay? Edible Mace. It's good. It used to be good. You used to be able to swap with this and do massive amount of damage. It's got patched and makes it kind of useless now. I don't see people use it as often, and it's just like kind of mid, I would say. You should probably not get this. It's not really worth it. Ember Rod. It's a discontinued weapon. You cannot get this anymore. You can only buy this from the AH, and it's just expensive, and it's just not that good. I'll put it in D tier because it does more damage than these, but it's not that good anymore. Don't get this. Emerald Blade. I'm just gonna put it in F tier. The new thing they put on it, the curse, where you even if you have a cookie, you lose the items. Just don't use this, okay? It's not that good. There's definitely better weapons out there. Just get something else. Endstone Bow, not good. Don't get this. It's just so mid. Same goes for Endstone Sword. When you use this, you get a damage reduction based on how much mana you consume. It's not that good, okay? I mean, I guess you can use it for like a kind of like a shield if you don't have a Wither Cloak. But it's just... I see people use it for Enderman Slayer 4, tier 4. I guess it's decent. I'll put it in D tier. It's kind of mid. I don't know. Sorry for the abrupt ending, but the rest of the tier list will have to wait for a part 2. I wanted to stream the second part so you guys can help me rank the rest of the weapons with me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be streaming the tier list video next week, so make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.